What is up, everybody? Evil's live tonight. Evil's live tonight. Me and CP are here to do a Halloween Kills live watch-along commentary. We've already got the movie queued up on Peacock. We're going to give you guys about 3-5 minutes to go ahead and get it queued up on your end. But yes, for those that haven't seen, I've done quite a bit of Halloween content over the past few days. CP looks like he's having an aneurysm. And
yeah, I heard 6 different versions. I must have had 5 windows open of this. And I was like, what? I just heard you like over and over and over and over and over. I was like, ah!
Yeah, that's not right. Yes, guys, so we're going to go over it. CP actually had the distinct pleasure of watching this film, February of last year?
February of 2020.
Yeah, exactly. So he saw it before the world shut down and they delayed the movie. So he's been like a grenade ready to go off for almost 2 years now. And now we can finally talk about the movie. So
worst
we're gonna
kept
watch
secret in YouTube. And
yes,
funny is some of you were like, "Did you really see it?" I'm like, "You assholes! Were you not paying attention when I was talking?"
You guessed things really accurately in your review. Oh man! So yeah, we're gonna watch the whole movie, guys. We're gonna go through it. You've already seen my stuff if you've been watching my channel. You know all my thoughts, good and bad. I did a full spoiler review yesterday where I went through the whole plot of the movie. So I'm gonna try not to necessarily repeat that beat for beat, and hopefully CP can give a lot of back and forth, and we'll see what we like and what we don't like. But CP, one thing that you can say to color before we get rolling here in a few minutes, as far as like a number grade, what did you give the test version compared to this theatrical version?
Now, keep in mind, you've seen it. You've seen the notes that I've had, the little,
Yes.
the walk home, so to speak. I wasn't so big on it on the way home back in 2020. But then I popped in 18 and I was like, you know what? These two are like glue. If you watch 18 and Kills together, it's a really real, like, you could theoretically you can end the series or whatever right there, because the ending that I saw was really, really nice. I would have originally given it like a 3.5, but the more I thought about it, and I let the hype get a hold of me. I was 4.5, 5, and then they gave us this.
How much of a drop was it? So
At
you
least
were
a full
like,
point.
oh wow,
At least a full
Wow.
point.
wow.
Yeah, it's
I want to see that version. What the fuck?
yeah, it's a 3.5, maybe a 4 if you get me in the right mood. Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, you're still a little bit more positive on it than I am. I gave it 3 out of 5, which apparently means I hate it. You know,
have
just
you-
like 2018, it's just like fuck, I fucking hate it.
It's even worse than 3.4.
That's embarrassing. Oh my god. Yeah.
I'm gonna be a whore for a second. Every now and again, I'm going to drop my Big John, Little John, Wrong House shirt design in the chat. So if you want a shirt, if you're a fan of the Johns,
Speaking of shirts, go ahead, keep talking.
I'll put it up right now. This is a shirt I designed way back when nobody knew who the fuck John was. But it says in the Halloween font, in the Halloween 2018 font, it says Big John, Little John, Wrong House.
Nice, very clever. As far as t-shirts as well, I'll whore out. Well, I guess we'll whore out. But this is live on the store.
Oh, even better.
So,
yeah.
If you guys are looking forward to 31 on 31, this is a sample. So this is the one that I always order for myself. But they are live on the store right now. I got the men's size t-shirts. I've got the extra quality one. I forget what they call it, like the premium t-shirts that are a little bit
smoother,
hot, a little smoother. You know, they keep their shape a little bit better. So check that out. The link is in pretty much all of my videos. It's probably not at the bottom of this one. Live always deletes the upload defaults for some reason, but yeah, check out the Teespring store. Grab you one of those before the 31st. It should get here on time if you hurry now.
Does that mean that we're covering Pet Cemetery too, because there's tombstones?
Maybe on the 29th. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, we're ready to get rolling. Go ahead and get your stuff ready. I'm going to count it down from 5 for everybody watching in the future. And I will be putting a time code too. I always forget to do that. So Halloween Kills in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Peacock, you whore.
I wonder how many subscriptions they got from this movie.
They'll never tell us. They'll never tell us.
Wait, why am I not getting any sound? Uh-oh. You fuck.
Shall we stop and start over?
No, let me figure it out while it's going.
Okay. It's just Universal logo.
Yeah.
Evil flies a kite. Evil flies a kite.
Why is it not giving me sound? You bitch.
So, guys, my memory's quite tainted. I do have some notes from last year. I will try my best to tell you the differences between what I saw and what the final cut is. And the fact that David Gordon Green came out and said that there's a different ending for the Blu-ray just kind of, it's just kind of a
Yeah, it's like,
move.
what the fuck? That was so stupid.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you take it away anyway? That just seemed incompetent to me. I'm like, okay. So at home, this is the version we're always going to watch then?
Yeah. I'm assuming it's the cut I saw. This is how it originally opened. Because I remember I was like, oh, yeah, him.
What the hell? That doesn't make any sense.
Are you good on sound yet?
No, I don't have any sound yet, but keep going. I'm gonna try one more thing.
Right.
And then if we
Looking
have
at
to,
a sexy bitch.
Always technical difficulties when you work with the internet. There we go. That one works.
You got it?
Yep. Just let me. I'm playing it on a different player, so let me.
Okay.
2:15.
Brooke, that's incorrect. Brooke, they added to the flashback. They cut in other places. They added to the flashback.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, the flashback was way shorter when I saw it.
That's crazy. That was the best part of the movie for me, honestly.
I honestly, I think they got a hold of the buzz and added to it.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was talking about it on the internet. Oh, the flashback, the flashback, the flashback.
Well, they were probably worried. They're like, this is either really going to kick ass or people are going to pick this the fuck apart.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the best part of the movie for me. Like the one line of dialogue that I don't love, which we'll get to. So I'll wait for that part. I will say this. I watched Halloween 2018 the night I was supposed to have my screener. So it was going to be like hours before I watched the movie. But anyway, it was the day before. And as much as I love the fact that Hawkins is back, because I like this character, I was pissed that he died, and I love Will Patton. When you watch 2018, there's no fucking way that guy lived. I'm sorry. Like, I think that they changed their mind. And they were like, yeah, we better bring him back. Because he got stabbed in the fucking jugular. He got stabbed multiple times that we couldn't see where. And then he gets ran the fuck over when Sartain drives.
That's away. Right. I forgot about him getting fucking...
It was like definitive. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, when I watched it, I knew he was coming back. And I was like, oh, fuck. How are they going to explain that?
This part right here was not in the cut I saw. So when he goes... When the fuck's the boyfriend's name? Skirt boy. No, Cameron. No disregard meant. When he goes to tend to him, they cut to Lori and them in the truck.
Oh, okay.
So there's a hell of a lot less of what we're seeing now. Because there's a bit of back and forth.
Okay.
Hey, Ben Shapiro.
Oh, Lord. Timestamp. I don't have one. 4:28.
4:28. Yeah. I mean,
this is the one line that I don't like. where just randomly they're calm again after chasing down a fucking
Yeah.
serial killer. They're like, all right, guys, yeah, man, when I was a kid, you know,
That
he
was
was
a
kind of
close
fucked
one.
up, and he was always looking out his sister's window, and you know, I never really understood why. It just felt so weird. But beyond that, I prefer to think of Michael as somebody that just snapped that night, like him being a weird kid always is like Rob Zombie's version.
Yeah.
So that's, again, it's a nitpick. That's a nitpick, but you know, that's something where they put that in there, and I was like, I thought Halloween night was a night where just a switch went off and he was just evil from then on. Not like, oh, this kid was always fucked up.
You sure as fuck wouldn't stop for a romantic view of the town, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was funny. So
what's happening to our town?
Old Lonnie.
Lonnie, get your ass away from there.
I don't remember the details of this.
They're just screaming at him about stealing their candy or something, I guess.
It could have been in the original. It could not have been. I don't remember the exact details of this. Oh. You'll grow up to be real popular.
Yeah. Look at that fucked up kid. Doyle rules. But this whole flashback sequence, man, like I really believed I was in 78. I thought they did a damn good job with it, with the lighting, with the decor, with the filter on the camera, even like down to the sheriff and the deputy uniforms and that old school cop car, the leaves just laying in the damn street and stuff, which you'd be surprised how many Halloween movies don't have that. That autumn, you know, Midwest decor look to it.
I mean, set design, cinematography, like everything's just top notch. And I remember like watching this when I first watched this cut. I was just like, can I just make this the movie? Because this would be really cool if they just.
I said that today in my Michael Myers ranking, which I had to push back, so you guys will see that in a couple of days. But I said, you know, I was talking about the flashback sequence, and I'm like, after they get done with Ends, I wouldn't mind them doing more Michael Myers movies and just yet another timeline, but go back to 78 and then do another movie of later that night. I mean, they got the fucking mask looks damn near identical.
Yeah.
The guy that played this, Aaron Armstrong, like for the little bit that he's in the movie, he really does nail that Nick Castle thing. I was a little confused about why they didn't let James Jude Courtney do both.
Yeah.
I don't know why they felt it was necessary to get a different actor, but he did great. Super chat from Desi. Hey guys, I know I'm skipping ahead, can't stay. Do you wish we'd gotten a better end scene with Lonnie to bookend the flashback actual confrontation? Lonnie was the only like OG character that I was actually really invested in. So yeah, he got taken out like he wasn't shit. So I agree.
Which one's Lonnie?
Lonnie is the dad of Cameron, the one that eventually goes into Myers'
the
house.
kid in the red jacket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he was telling the story about, you know, Ray, Allison's dad, and you know he's the one that kind of was a likable character. He wasn't running around, you know, chanting "Evil dies tonight" and getting people all riled up and shit like that, or dying in 2 seconds.
There are 2 or 3 blue balls kills where you're like, "That's it."
Yeah.
After all that,
that's one of them.
Dead dog.
Yep.
Quota filled.
My wife got so confused at that part. They're like, "What the fuck is that? That's random." And I'm like, "Not if you've seen the original, woman." I said he ate a damn dog, and she's like, "Well, why did they feel the need to show it?" I'm like, "So you believe it's 78?"
Go in the other room.
Yeah,
with Emily, with you. Not that funny. Ugh.
Yeah, the Myers house looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like this whole flashback, man, I'm telling you, like I was on cloud 9. I was like, holy fuck. Like I was worried. We all knew, like all of us crazies that know all the ins and outs. I wasn't crazy enough to read the script or any of that shit. That's next level. But
yeah,
the crazies that know the little details, I was like, man, that flashback's either going to be awesome or it's going to look fucking ugh. So I was just sitting there like, this is fucking sweet.
Indeed. So to give you an idea of what I saw, this, like, towards the end of this, they wrapped this up with Loomis at the bottom of the steps, and the cop who's currently in the hospital dying from his neck.
Oh, okay.
The guy,
his partner, yeah, from being shot.
yeah.
So they didn't show the outside shot where he's standing there.
No.
Oh, that's one of the best shots.
I know. Dude, I'm telling you, they went back and said, you know what, fuck this. Let's
Add more.
Yeah.
I thought this was funny though, where he sees the footprints and he's like, fuck it, let me just sit here. The detail that I like in this too. I mean, this movie's going for gore. It's going for carnage. They could have easily been stupid and had this version of Michael Myers cutting throats and decapitating people, but they kept it strangulation, which is something he did quite a few times in 78. So I like that.
Judah.
I did think this was pretty stupid though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just on his part, I was like, why
Shoot
would you do that?
him, not me, you dick.
I shot my partner 6 times.
Shot him 6 times. So this angle,
yeah,
that was the angle we see him talking to Loomis, and then Loomis goes after Michael.
Yeah, we still get that shot here. But then they
from the top of the steps?
Yeah, he's like, what happened? Did he kill again? You could see his eyes, Jason Voorhees, but I mean, he's shining a flashlight in his face, so you would have to take the flashlight out of the equation, and then at that point, you're like, why the fuck are they in there in the dark? So it's whatever. But I hear you.
Oh, yeah, the Loomis stand-in is really good. I'm wondering how much of that is CGI, how much is...
A lot of it's facial prosthetics, I think. Somebody sent me a picture today of the actor, and then they showed him in the same seat later on. So unless that was just bullshit that somebody sent me, I didn't research it. I think it's a lot of facial prosthetics. They did fucking good.
Fucking A.
I like to think his prey was hurt, so he left him. When he just walked away? I think he knew he was about to get his fucking face blown off. So he was like, see ya.
so this shot here, that cop at the top of the stairs is at the bottom of the stairs, and they're talking to each other.
Okay.
And then Loomis takes off.
Okay.
And they really played up the mob mentality thing in this.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is a gorgeous shot.
Oh, it's great, man. And I love it too because he just stands there. Because he always this right here is the shot that we were all wanting to see in 2018, because everybody, when they knew that they were getting rid of 2, they were like, okay, so they're going to show him get arrested. They're going to show what happened when he looked down and that was just nothing there. And that's perfect. Like, not him getting thrown on the ground and fucking handcuffed or getting tasered or anything like that. It's just him standing there like,
bring it.
I'll take a break.
I wanted to drink anyway.
Somebody pointed out to me too that I didn't realize that they do 12 pumpkins signifying the 12 movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not counting them right now, so maybe that person's full of shit. But when somebody said that, I was like, I buy that. That's
There's
pretty cool.
18, you asshole.
Yeah, exactly. Tiger Man, do you think any of the characters made smart decisions? Oh, we'll get there.
It's a slasher film.
We'll get there. Oh, CP, I'll fucking choke you through the damn microphone.
What? What? Did my mic fuck up?
No.
Or because I said it's a slasher film?
Yeah, like it's a slasher film. It has to be stupid.
Sorry.
That's just a pet peeve of mine. I'm just playing with you.
Oh, all right. I saw your poster. You can't write. You can't write in a slasher film. What's wrong with you?
You go just for script, story.
We just go as we go.
Yeah.
What do you think? You and you here? We just do a killing scene and then call it a day?
Line. There is no line. Stab him.
You die. That's your line. Ouch. I don't like when I see more than 2 writers, but that's just me.
Yeah. One wrote the kills, one wrote the hospital subplot, and one wrote all of Laurie's Shakespeare lines.
By the way, if I ever live in a podunk town like this where Halloween night, you're going for fucking open mic night, shoot me. And I want to hear the bird whistle. Fuck.
Yeah. Do you know, or do you have an opinion on whether or not they cast Anthony Michael Hall because he's recognizable to 80s fans, or do you think that the guy that played the original Tommy didn't want anything to do with this? Because they got everybody else.
Yeah, I have no idea. I really have no idea. Maybe Anthony Michael Hall because he had a little bit of weight. He had, they wanted somebody with a bit of experience, perhaps.
Somewhat of a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious on that because they went all out. I mean, they got the nurse back again. They got Sheriff Brackett back. They got Lindsay back. I don't know if Lonnie was the same. Dave McRae. The only thing I was confused about is whether or not Evil is supposed to die that night. It wasn't clear to me. As am I.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can figure it out on third watch.
Did they mean tonight like that night? Or maybe because it was already...
Maybe it's like
maybe they meant tomorrow night.
Maybe it's like an eternal message. Any
or
night
just
that you
at
watch
night.
it. Yeah, any night that you watch it, Evil's gonna die.
Do the bird whistle instead. Don't tell creepy stories.
Yeah, I'm gonna come up and just fuck up the mood for everybody real quick.
Yeah, I know you guys are having a good time, but I'm gonna shit in your cereal.
Fuck your story.
It's got great stage presence.
Yeah. Super chat, as good as Aaron Armstrong was in the flashback scenes, would you have rather seen him or Nick Castle play the 1978 Myers? I mean, I think they had to have been going for body type. So I don't think Nick Castle would have fit.
I would have rather Nick Castle in like a headshot or something.
Yeah.
Like, when the mask is off, just a little tribute.
Somebody brought something up that I thought was actually a brilliant idea. And I don't want to jump the gun on it, but the second escaped mental patient, the one that I certainly have a lot of problems with, how badass would it have been if Nick Castle played the second one?
Oh, that would have been cute.
That'd have been cool, huh?
Problem is that the escaped mental patient is from 2018. He's the Umbrella Man.
I don't give a fuck. I've heard that. People have thrown that at me. They're like, well, I'm like, I know there's a lot of things that are tied together. Like, these are literally like one movie. Like, even the nurse and the doctor couple here are the ones that walk outside. Like, the kids that get killed later are the ones who are outside. Like, there's a lot of really cool attention to detail things. But
I was telling you guys for years.
He said Nick Castle did all the breathing. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
But yeah, for trivia's sake, it would have been cool to have him play the flashback.
Absolutely.
But I thought that the guy did pretty damn good. They obviously were trying to get the same body type. What was your guys' thoughts on the Loomis portrayal and effect? I thought it was done perfectly.
Great.
I thought it was done perfectly. I think it's prosthetics, which is pretty impressive.
Bah.
Did you think that it was strange how many times they have flashbacks in this? Like, almost like the audience doesn't know what happened in 78 or in this same fucking movie. Like, they show that was 5 minutes ago. And they do it later on too, where they have a flashback. They're like, you remember an hour ago when we said this? And it's like, bitch, yes. And they do at least 2 or 3 callbacks to the Sartain thing.
Put your phone down. We're gonna tell you something.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, Blum, man, you're for real about these new generations watching movies, aren't you? Previously on the same fucking movie.
So, are you gonna do the bird whistle or
this line right here? This is for you, Lori, wherever you are. That line, that's where the movie opens.
This is way earlier. This shot.
Gotcha.
And there you just saw it. They had the granddaughter with the knife. They opened with that shot. They showed the knife in her hand, and then
panned out, zoomed out.
Panned to left to them fucking suffering, which was gorgeous. If you, well, we'll get to that.
Now, the line that Tommy ended his little speech on, where he goes, "Lori, this is for you wherever you are," that gave me the impression that they don't have any relationship with her, that she's just somebody that they pay tribute to every year because she saved their life.
Yeah.
So it was really jarring for me when he gets to the hospital and we didn't get like a meeting vibe. I think we'll get to that too. I'm jumping ahead, but
well,
I
she's
wish
a bit
that
of a
line was
shut-in,
different.
right? So that,
Yeah. But the whole town in this movie acts like they know her. Like the previous one, it was just like that crazy bitch that lives outside of town. And this one, they're like, "Oh, it's Laurie Strode's compound," and it's like they all know that she's sitting there waiting. Brooke, the mental patient, was singing Figaro at the asylum. Then in the car, when he stole the couple's car, Figaro was playing in the car too.
Was he?
That's a neat detail. Well, it wasn't the same guy.
I remember it in the car.
Yeah, it wasn't the same guy, but there was another mental patient that was sitting there. He's like, Figaro.
Everybody calls him fucking Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I did too. I was upset that joke had been taken.
Trailer fans, they don't show the side angle of the hand coming down, so don't put all your money in the fucking trailer shots.
I really wish this whole sequence wouldn't have been in the trailer. It's badass,
agree.
but they show the whole fucking thing.
When I saw it, I was like, "Wow, really?"
Now, that little sliding door that came down, is that where she had all her guns and shit in 2018?
I hope so, because it's so convenient.
I was like, yeah. I need to watch that scene in 2018 again. That's what I thought. I was like, maybe that's where she has her guns. I'm going to convince myself that so I don't get pissed.
Yeah.
This fucking shot here is so badass. I love it. They're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What's this guy on about?
Are you okay? Do you need help?
I like how the guy, he just turns the hose up like it's gonna
fucking guy with the water.
He's like, I got it.
Fuck you, motherfucker. You get one in the gut.
Yeah. Yeah, the way that they lit and shot this whole sequence is just fucking badass.
Yeah, technically speaking, there's hard to fault for this movie. It's done well.
Mm-hmm. Like, I got a full-size theater-size poster of him standing in front of the doorway on fire from the screening that I went to. And as much as I'm lukewarm positive on this movie, that poster I would still hang up because it's so fucking cool.
Yeah. There's a kill right there. Take that. Who let Jason Voorhees in the house? No, I was trying to help you.
I loved how it swapped to POV a couple times too. A couple more super chats. Bartender made mention of them coming every year. Makes me wonder if she didn't show this time, so that's why he said that. Well, that I agree. I think by the time you get to the hospital, it's clear that they do know each other somewhat. But
oh, right, in 18, they mentioned she's a bit of a lush. Yeah,
I think that if he would have said something similar, like sorry you couldn't make it tonight, Lori, or something like that. But they wanted it to go into like, all right, wherever you are. Oh, she's fucked up in the back of a truck, buddy. That's where she's at. So it was like an editing choice, especially since they moved that from your cut to this. They needed some kind of a transition. Blake, take a shot every time Evil dies tonight. I don't have that much alcohol in my fucking house.
Hammered.
The fact that all of these OG people are still living in this town is sad. LOL. 90-year-old Brackett ain't retired in Florida.
Not
he's
on that
probably
Illinois
been fucked
salary.
up since his daughter got killed. How did you feel about Judy Greer in this movie compared to 2018?
You know what? I prefer her a bit. They round her out a little bit at least. I mean, this is nice. Hey, look, your husband's dead. Way to take a moment to fucking.
Thank you. That was something that even though I hated that character, I laughed my ass off every time I talk about it, or when I was reviewing it too, where I'm like, he dies and not a single member of his family gives a fuck.
It's nice. It's a little quick, but it's nice. Like, she's washing her ring finger and, there she is fucking sobbing. But that's it. Didn't love him that much.
Pretty gnarly surgery scene there, too.
Yeah, it's just a bit. It's a fucking stab wound, people. What are you doing? All right, we're going to take the appendix out and let's rearrange this.
Let's take out the whole stomach and make sure everything's good. Now, Andy Matichek here is Allison. She was the character that I wanted to see a lot more of because I thought she was really good in 2018.
She better be the big deal and ends.
Yeah. And so I was a little disappointed that she got sidelined for a good bit of the movie.
Poor girl's closer to 30 than she is 17.
Yeah. You a Rescue Me fan? The show with Dennis
I've
Leary?
never seen. I've
Oh
heard it's
man.
hysterical.
So this, you'd love it. So this guy
Isn't
right
Lenny
here,
Clark? I know him as a comedian. Lenny
yeah,
Clark.
he I know him as Uncle Teddy because he's Uncle
Okay.
Teddy in Rescue Me.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Dennis Leary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky Strikes.
The humor worked much better for me in this. I will say that.
They toned it down too.
I see. I thought they added a little bit more, especially with the Johns being so much of a
The
focus.
Johns were a bit
but
aggressive with the humor.
yeah, but the humor worked better for me. So it felt like they toned it down because it wasn't so in your face horrible like 2018. They were feeding me guacamole in sexy ways.
Yeah, there was a moment where they had other trick-or-treaters and they introduced themselves as Big John, Little John, and it was just like,
yeah,
guys,
they do it. They
guys.
refer to themselves as that for like an entire scene.
Yeah, when they're separated.
Yeah,
Big John,
Big John, yes,
Little John.
Yeah, it's weird. I agree. IDT.
I agree. Who? What?
It said the morgue being seen by the public was crazy. We'll get to it, where they had the bodies just open for the hallway.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Poor Lenny Clark from Boston.
You're wearing a monster mask.
Oh shit. Who gives a shit? Oh, never mind. Call the paramedics.
Yep.
Oh, Lenny Clark.
He gets his ooh.
Such a funny man. That's not the way to do it.
Amazing how he's still able to speak clearly with glass in his throat.
Dude, so my one pet peeve is somebody with scars in two places in my stomach. You cannot project bass when you have scars in your stomach because it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah. Timestamp is 27:30. Woo.
No fight, just fuck it, take it right in the neck.
Yep.
Not only are you gonna die, you're also poisoned.
Yep.
Just no fight, nothing. Just you're gonna.
Yeah, she's not the last one. She's not the last one. It's just like, all right, fuck it, kill me.
She just kind of rolls around till she falls. Is that true? 500 watching?
Yeah.
Giddy up.
Hell yeah. It's a party.
Lenny Clark is very funny. Look into his stand-up if you don't know who he is.
Or watch Rescue Me.
Or watch Rescue Me. He's a funny dude. He really is.
Now, this part right here
Much.
was pretty fucking...
Much.
much, but what I liked is that it calls back to that kind of childlike kind of wonder and curiosity they
That's
had in
fair.
78. Because look, it's the way that he looks. Like he's like, that one is a little
like,
smoother. Let me get this one. It's like the bread knife. Let's try the bread knife. And to me, that was pretty in line with this being an older version of the
I'll give you that.
1978. So brutal, but that little detail of like, almost like he's making art or trying to check out which knife I want to carry around with me the rest of the night.
And this one's for keeps.
Yep. This one's mine.
Hey, Jeff Dunham, anyone? Jeff Dunham? Hey, ladies, you playing pool? The dummy almost cursed.
Do you think that all of the adults, well, this isn't the whole town, but a lot of adults here are in this bar just trying to have a goofy time because they don't like thinking about Halloween because 40 years later something happened?
I think some of them are. I mean,
certainly the main OG characters
yeah.
are.
The nurse and doctor they're all geared up.
Brock says frustrating movie because of the potential it had. I agree.
You're not the one who put out a review a month ago.
Yeah.
That is different than what I feel now.
That was the one thing that I was kind of looking forward to hearing is like, I wondered if you're going to be like, oh, fuck, and I got to do a goddamn revisited review, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's not a 5 out of 5, that's for certain.
Current timestamp is 3012.
I feel so shitty. It's weird, like, so I've won over Halloween fans, but at the same time, it's like,
guys, did I say it was awesome?
No,
Oops.
No.
I'll tell you what, this bartender, I don't know if he's actually an actor or if that's just a guy that they know, but he's fucking good. Is just playing that, that guy that everybody knows at the bar. Just his dialect and everything.
Yeah, it's smooth. Yeah.
There's my favorite kill in 2018.
The Capo Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
They sold that recently. I don't know who the fuck bought it, but they paid a pretty penny for it.
Hell yeah, I would have.
I was a Halloween guy. And
this sheriff is the most useless fucking character in this entire franchise. 2 movies in a row, he doesn't do shit.
He's worth
anybody.
Less than the Jaws sheriff.
Yeah. Do you expect a twist ending at the end of Ends?
No.
No, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. I don't know what twist they're going to pull if they have a twist in mind. I mean, no, I think it's building up to just a conclusion or a confrontation between the 2 characters that's stretched out for 3 fucking movies.
Hey, let's watch the news in a bar.
Now, hang on. Let me hear this. Okay, so they do. So this is where this is start to get fucking stupid with the writing to me. They have enough information to show you the pictures of the 2 people that have escaped, but they don't say their fucking names. They have it on the paper that they're looking at. Because you can't say Michael Myers when you show the fucking bald older guy, because everybody would know that they're a dumb fuck for chasing around Danny DeVito for 45 minutes. That drives me nuts. See, I was bitching about that, and then somebody tried to tell me that they didn't show Michael Myers in the news report, and I was like, I think they did, though. They was just blurring it for our perspective so we don't see his face.
Yeah.
But that's stupid.
It could be one of those modern-day things where you're not allowed to say famous killers' names.
Yeah.
I mean, that's reaching, but I don't know.
This is a callback to 2018, too. Because he forgot his stethoscope in 2018 too, had to go back inside.
Did he?
Yeah. But I think it's fucking hilarious that they leave because there's a psycho killer out there, and then he leaves his wife. He goes back in the bar. Do you think that the staircase kill at the end is top 10 kills in Halloween? Not in my top 10, no. It's a good one, though.
Boyfriend?
Yeah. Hell no, I ain't looking at it. Amity Hour. Michael brings a knife to a gunfight at least 3 times and wins. Time for old Huckleberry.
Hey, tips.
Ugh. Ugh. Why would she say that? The dialogue gets worse for me on second watch, so it might get worse for me on this third watch.
I just don't like the monologues. The monologues, it's like, all right.
For sure, but there's a lot of like she would. Why would she randomly be like, hey, but evil dies tonight, Tommy? It's annoying how much. Oh, look at that. Striker's pose.
And trailer.
Bring it, bitch.
Do you, though? Oh, no, it's got headlights.
I would have turned around to the black couple and be like, you guys are listening to this shit?
You were listening to that high-class shit and you came to this fucking dive?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Flamethrower Salisbury. Honestly, the wife had a better chance against Michael. That boy was soft. Yeah, we find that out.
Drive straight. Drive straight. Oh, you're going to fuck it up. He fucked it up. So there's an interesting touch that I only noticed on the rewatch. The umbrella is in the front seat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. On the passenger side
See,
seat.
there's a lot of really cool little details like that almost makes you think they shot it back to back.
Yeah. I almost give it like a extra half a point just for the connectivity. Watch.
Yeah.
Umbrella.
Although it's weird that they let him bring the umbrella on the prison bus. But David Gordon Green has said that there will be a strong overall conclusion. Oh, well, I mean, let's believe him. I mean, it's not like he would say it's going to suck. He also said he won't be making any more after ends until the industry wants to revisit it within the future course. Well, I would hope that he doesn't. Let somebody else do a fucking trilogy or whatever. He's got to go make 3 Exorcist films. Yay. Nothing like announcing a fucking sequel to a 40-something-year-old movie and saying, you know what, let's do 3 of them.
It's getting really cocky.
Yeah. What do you expect from Green's Exorcist trilogy? I expect the first movie. I don't know how you can do 3 Exorcist sequels. I would not want the job of making 1 Exorcist sequel because The Exorcist 3 is fucking incredible.
Yep.
And nobody gives a shit.
Right.
So best of luck to him, but I think he bit off way more than he can chew.
Different times, man. It's different times.
I mean, he has Michael Myers here, who, let's be honest, and I'm a Halloween fan, is a very simple premise and a simple character to do a follow-up to.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, he kind of shits the bed a little bit here and there, more so with the writing, which isn't 100% him. And you're going to take that guy and make him do The Exorcist?
I'll tell you what I'm glad at. I was really nervous that people were going to make a big deal over these two just because they're gay. And I haven't really seen that much. So
yeah, I haven't either. We're
getting there. Good job, guys.
Good. Yeah, I didn't get anywhere. Speaking of progress, if the mistreatment that I got after my Halloween 2018 review was a 10, this one's like a 2.5. So I don't know if people just didn't tune in this time because they didn't care what I said, or if they agree, or if we just grown as a fan base. But I'm going to choose to believe the third one. Best cameo of the movie was Bob Odenkirk.
It's his picture.
Yeah. This whole thing was stupid.
Yep. There's extra stuff. Well, it's already.
I mean,
it
the
would have
kid
passed by
breaks
now.
into their house, literally, and then comes out and says, "Huh, I stole all your candy."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would smack the fuck out of you, and you would still go to jail.
Yeah. Go for the wallet. What the fuck's wrong with you? This kid gets it bad in the.
So what do they do to him? And well, we'll get there. We'll keep going ahead. Yeah, he doesn't get anything in this cut. Hey, audience, just in case you forgot, this is Michael Myers' house, and this is what he did 40 years ago.
Yeah. How would you know that?
Cody kind of being a movie snob. Oh, of course.
That's what we're
I'm
paid
kidding.
to
It's
do.
all perfect. It's all glorious. It's the best sequel ever.
We're just watching this to watch the gloriousness that is
Kind of the
Halloween
point of a
Kills.
watch along is every single detail, whether positive or negative, you give commentary to, not just like, oh, all right, guys, let's enjoy it.
Oh yeah. I'm all about that. Oh, this right here, all about it. Great.
What? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I missed the joke. The Willmeister. Lil Jon is played by Michael McDonald from Mad TV and Leprechaun 2, which made this funnier for me. And Doug 84. Have you seen the box office numbers? 56 million. That's crazy. Yep, definitely overperformed, which is good.
Yep. Anybody who's worried about my numbers, there you go.
I'm good, some need. I'm fucking with them too. I'm not upset. Yeah, very strange that they just leave the morgue just wide open. I made the joke where I'm like, "Where's the bathroom? Oh, take a left past the dead bodies." I mean, that guy's
seen the
fucking
corpses, you've gone too far.
Yeah, that guy's head is literally like crushed, and he's just laying there on a table with the fucking toe tag.
She's not looking 17 in this shot.
Mm-hmm. Didn't Ben Tramer explode? Not in this timeline. You didn't do your homework. Hey, Amanda, I appreciate it. We'll be talking Chucky in a couple days. 2 days on Wednesday. We'll be doing
Hello, Amanda.
What the hell? There you go.
Was it tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, yeah.
Can't wait to get skewered.
So these follow after part 2. No, they only follow the first film.
No, 2 is gone. Sound Painter Studio, how would you know that? Sound Painter Studio says the extended cut. Oh, better be, excuse me.
Makes me feel a little less satisfied. Well, yeah, when they announced that it's coming to Blu-ray the day the fucking movie's released. That's something you usually hear about like a month later.
Yeah, that's a really, really weird announcement there.
Yes. I love how she just forgives him immediately. She's like, you know what? I've been through some bullshit. It's all right. You had your tongue down.
I just need a body to hug. Come here.
You owe me a new phone, though.
You still got cum on your pants, but anyway, fuck it. I can't put my finger on it, but I like the I'm the reason this is happening that everybody thinks.
I don't, because she literally just told 2 minutes ago that random deputy what happened about Sartain dragging his ass to Lori. And yet she sits here and listens to her mom say this for minutes on end and never corrects her.
Well, I mean, the deputy also says it's his fault too. Like everybody thinks they play a part in what Michael's doing, and it's like, nah, he's just fucking nuts, guys.
Yeah. Here's Karen being a Karen.
Karen, let me see your boss.
Imagine, Lori, it's not about you. Sorry you wasted 40 years. Cracks me up. Yeah.
Ouch.
Just in case you forgot.
See you in 45 minutes. Meanwhile, previously on Halloween 2018. Yeah, she just had her shit cut open. Like they were making a figure H with the fucking
Spoiler alert for later in the film. I don't feel bad for Cameron. If someone dunked my phone in the cheese, I might do Michael's job for him. Everybody thinks that bowl is something different. I hear pudding, yogurt, mayo chup, mayonnaise, cheese. That's the answer that I want in Halloween Ends, God damn it, is what the fuck was in that bowl at that party? It's killing me.
That color doesn't make sense. What is that?
It's an off gray pink. What is that? I'm not eating it, and nobody did because it was full.
Tommy Doyle rocking a 35-year-old Mustang
at her compound. It's a fucking house for anybody that doesn't know that there's shit inside of it. So I want that goddamn detail. Like, I want to see them know about her plan or something like that. It's so fucking missing.
Well, maybe we'll get an Ends.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, they brought back fucking Sheriff Hawkins. They'll probably bring back Anthony Michael Hall too. He just got his face really fucked up, but he's good.
Hey, buddy.
Alrighty. Hey, Cody, is it fine if I ask non-related Halloween questions to you both? And I hope going full-time is doing you good mood-wise and mentally, man. It's doing me very, very good. Thank you for asking. But no, I would prefer not to stray away from Halloween. But I appreciate it. Wish they used the badass soundtrack more. Yeah, I like the score in this movie, but 2018 was definitely a little bit better. Maybe they needed to use a little bit more.
The cut I saw, it sounded like they were just, I don't know. I'm certain it's not this because they warned us beforehand. They're like, the soundtrack's not ready yet, but it sounded similar. Like they were using old cuts, and it was just like, that's not very noteworthy, but all right.
On We Watched a Movie, Andy said it was cheese. Okay.
Well, in that case, cheese. Like Cheese Whiz?
Not any cheese that I would be eating the way that shit looked.
Carpenter's infamous for his like repetitive. He's got this very yeah.
How come I like this one? How come no one has any fucking guns in Haddonfield? They do. They gave them to the children. Everybody else chills with fucking 2x4s and irons.
Poor girl in the passenger seat looks a little bit worn for wear. Don't be little dicks.
CP, this one's for you. What is your favorite Michael Myers actor?
James Duke Courtney.
The one that's like Jason, guys. I thought that I forget the actress's name, but I thought Lindsay did pretty damn good here as far as her performance. As far as I know, she's on that Real Housewives show or whatever, but I don't think she's actually been acting. So,
oh really?
She did pretty good. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Yeah.
Oh, all the candy on the floor. Come on, waste.
God damn it. Take it from the Johns and waste it. And there's something about this sequence that cracks me the fuck up. What the fuck was she shooting at?
Yeah, what the fuck? You're in a fucking closed car. What are you doing?
All right, so this wife, the nurse wife here leaves, right? Gets out of the car. She's got a fucking Desert Eagle hand cannon. You won't see her again for 2 minutes. Literally could have taken his ass out right there.
God bless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Talk shit.
Yeah.
Make sure it's loaded next time you fucking throw some stink on it. Hey, Michael. This is going to suck because it's not loaded.
Yeah. He just turns around like, really, bitch? Ooh.
Ouch.
That's a great kill. So all the while, these motherfuckers are getting killed, including her husband. And only after she has nobody to help her. And she's 50 feet away from the fucking car for some reason. Now she decides to come back.
Where did she run to? What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
And what are you shooting at?
Now, it's almost worth it for this.
A good douche.
I laughed out loud in the theaters at that. That was a good one. So it's almost worth it for that, but I thought that was so fucking dumb that she just vanishes and then decides to come back.
He just looks at her like, you idiot.
Iron Baron. If you got shot in the head with a Desert Eagle, your skull would be gone. Well, they probably cut that then. Cut it before CP even saw it.
I'll get to the sticky stuff.
Oh, how did the kid die originally? The one in the skull.
He twisted his neck off.
Oh. Fuck. I want to see that.
I know.
Would you consider ever ranking each Halloween film score? Well, as of right now, my plans for next year, provided that they don't delay this fucking thing, is to obviously re-rank the franchise. Unless they change the mask, there's no need to do that again. Unless the movie is significantly better or worse with James Jude's performance, there's no reason to redo the Myers ranking that I'm going to release. So I'm going to rank the scores, and I'm also going to rank the timelines. But that's next year, so stay tuned for 11 months.
52-43.
Yes, guys, 52-43. Now, this was a pretty tense scene. This was the one moment that I kind of felt tense outside of the flashback. Genuinely makes me sad at the prospect that we will never see the test screening as an alternate cut. Well, we'll see. This Blu-ray seems like they're like, here's the real cut, guys. Just kidding. Matt Guy, Evil Never Dies by Judas Priest should have been in the song at the credits. Yeah.
I'll try to get as much as I can out there, guys. And if I get sued, you're all chipping in to pay for it.
Lori could be in a coma and it was all a dream. I will fucking leave the theater if they do that in Ends.
Oh.
I've heard a lot of people say that, like the whole sequence at the end, so it's edited so strange that that's all just a fever dream, including the last scene. Yeah.
With the knife in it? The knife? There's a knife in there? There's a knife? A knife?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. yeah, he's gone. He's gone, Mom. Heal up. He's gone.
40
Good
years
job.
of no. He's coming.
Yeah.
And then that just he's gone. Yeah, I wouldn't. No.
He says that in 2018 when they're at the dinner scene. When Lori shows up and she starts freaking out because she saw him on the bus. He's like, yeah, I used to know your dad. I used to sell him peyote.
Yeah. He also talked about having peanut butter on his penis. Doesn't make it any better.
God. God. William Long. Massively disappointed with kills. The finale was edited like slop. I couldn't tell if it was winding down or setting up the third act. Ending left me ice cold. I understand it's the middle chapter, but nothing felt important. I don't disagree, sir.
We'll get there.
Higgins. David Gordon Green said the bowl at the party was queso.
The big mystery of the franchise.
I was going to say, the fact that the director and one of the stars of the movie had to clarify it is hilarious. Carl, you gained almost 7K subs since quitting your job.
Yes, why is that your business? What?
I think it's a compliment, but I could be reading it wrong.
Okay. A little weird.
Yeah. Written a little strange, but yes. Yeah. If it's a compliment, I appreciate it. But yes, I have.
Apologies if you didn't have any ill intent, Carl.
Yeah. Text is funny with tone sometimes.
Yeah, you can't read tone with text. I've got a bat.
Yeah. Give the shotgun and the fucking pistol to the 16-year-olds and we're going to carry... Oh, he's got a pistol too. Never mind. Just talking shit. Skipped your super chat. Okay. Where is that?
And you'll notice you don't see the kids' bodies anyway.
Yeah, I know. God damn, dude. How far away was this super chat? I'll keep an eye out for your name. You don't have to pay to send it again, Dylan. But just post your comment again, and I'll try to keep an eye out for it. Sorry if I missed it. Come and get it, man. Come on. Come on. I'm going to get you. Will you rank all of Loomis? So 2? No.
Loomis. Drunk Loomis.
There's drunk Loomis. There's touchy-feely Loomis in 5. There's burnt Loomis in 4. There's old Loomis in 6.
Dying Loomis in 6.
There's prosthetic Loomis in Halloween Kills. Does the Big John kill make your top 10? That was brutal. It might.
Speaking of John, whore time. You can get one of these too at the very same location.
Yeah.
Yikes. That's the morphine talking. Just go to bed.
Will I rank all the kills? No, never say never, but I have no interest in doing any more slay lists because YouTube sabotages them. They demonetize them and they blocked my Chucky one twice. So the amount of time and effort it takes to do those videos just to get the middle finger is not worth it, unfortunately.
Dead Meat started redoing them too.
Yeah. It's horse shit. That Jason one especially, man, that was a fucking labor of love. And they're like, fuck you, no money.
That's fucked. That's so fucked. I mean, you could probably have it like a Patreon goal or a sponsored goal, you know, as long as they make up the difference. I know people have done, like, there's music channels that I follow where if they get the right sponsorship, if it makes up for whatever they would have lost, they'll do it.
Yeah.
But I digest.
I really liked this scene between them.
Mm-hmm.
Give some context to their past, let you know that there was like an almost relationship there that hopefully they capitalize on and ends. And also it gives your one moment of humanity to Laurie Strode in these two films to where she feels like an actual person and not just this shell Sarah Connor clone. It's about fucking time. And they both heard at the same time. So yeah, I really liked that interaction between them quite a bit.
9.
There
you go, 11.
11 what?
She says 1 to 10 with your pain.
Oh.
Make it a double. I want my friend here to overdose. Just fucking kick it up a notch.
Estefan, I wish they had a similar interaction between Lori and Brackett. I agree. Speaking of Brackett, guys, my name is not Corey.
You get it on your channel.
This poor woman. Yes, was a compliment. 7K in 3 weeks is good going. Yes, it is. Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
That's my subscriber base and in 3 weeks.
Timestamp Brooke is 101:10. What was your favorite kill of the movie? I've had that question about 5 times. I was trying to wait till after. Mine's Big John.
Yeah, if not him, the fucking the light to the neck was pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't count if more than one person says it.
Doesn't count if they're chanting. Yeah, it's a big pet peeve of mine, Vault, just from 31 years of people saying it. Like, people that know me, like my bosses, I'm like, Corey, and I'm like, fucker. Lord!
Who are you? Remember me? You babysat me 40 years ago. Well, anyway, I'm a little drunk, but I just wanted to say hi. Can you get out?
Good Lord.
All right.
Brooke, why is Little John called Big John, and why is Big John called Little John? Because irony is humorous.
Yeah.
It's a little on the nose for me, just like when Big John grabs the little knife and Little John grabs the big knife.
Right. Big John's a more well built.
Yeah. Maybe they're talking about dick size. I don't know.
Hey.
I really wish the movie was 30 minutes longer and they got a different actor to play Tommy. Am I wrong? I don't know if a longer movie would help, but I don't think that Anthony Michael Hall is the problem. I think that the lines that they told him to read are the problem, because he's a good actor.
I saw 2 hours, and parts were shorter and parts were longer, and the things that they made longer actually improved. So it's really hard to say.
God, dude, her lines. Ugh.
Yeah, from here out, she's a little difficult.
The darkness that I created. You didn't do shit, bitch. I just don't understand. Like, I want to know who wrote the fucking dialogue. If it's Danny McBride, why are you continuing to let him write the movie? Give him credit for the story, because he had the pitch idea, and then fucking take over. It's so bad. The dialogue is so fucking bad, and they cannot do better than that. Your top 10 horror shirts would be a cool video. Top 10 horror shirts? Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. Yeah. Can you rank
I've-
the Halloween themes? Some are tweaked. Like scores? Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm?
I said, wow, that's really nitpicking, huh? The
Yeah.
themes. Well, this one has a slight bass to it.
Yeah.
And this one here has got a little synth to it.
I've got it, honey. Keep smoking.
I'm quite proud of the horror community. I really am.
Yeah, you had mentioned that a number of times. I was like,
Yeah.
man, do they really like rub it in or something like that? I was kind of,
I was just nervous.
I was expecting it to be like almost like Black Christmas 2019 level in your face or something, and then they were just regular gay couple, and I was like, oh, okay.
There's a scene they cut where they were a little goofy when they introduced themselves to trick or treaters, but
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how to judge today. And
Oh no, trust me, I know. People hold hands for 2 seconds, and the movie gets
Fucking
called Woke
wrong-
Turn.
If wrong turn pisses people off, I have no idea what the radar is. Do you think people can tell what house it is right now?
Without explicitly saying?
Yeah.
Well, they said earlier.
Oh, we passed the scene already with the fucked
kids?
up kids? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Oh,
Big
here we
John.
go.
Big John.
Little
Yes, Little
John?
John. This is awesome right here. Big Bad Big John. He's got a fucking WWE wrestler's entrance here.
Mhm.
Take off the ring, take off the watch, take off the jewelry, take off the fucking robe, get the guns out,
Get my theme song going.
and then grabs a fucking charcuterie knife.
That was funny.
Oh my god. That
He's
fucking knife breaks on crackers sometimes. How was Big John killed? I'm having a hard time recalling. Well, you'll have your answer here in a few minutes.
And to people saying this is a reflection on COVID, that's false. This was done before COVID.
Oh, yeah.
A full hospital. People were saying, "Oh, a full hospital. It's a commentary on COVID." This was done before then.
People need to look up what commentary is.
There he is. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Where's your umbrella?
No, it's absolutely fucking not. God, I hated this. Tommy, what do you guys think of James Wan and Lee Winnell working with David Gordon Green on this trilogy instead of Danny McBride and the other guy? I would take those two names over David Gordon Green and Danny McBride any day.
I'd want James Wan to have a little bit more
Yeah.
input.
Evil dies tonight.
Evil flies a kite. Evil knows I'm right.
Little John screams, no, just like same actor did in Austin Powers steamroller gag. Has no one else noticed this? It's on purpose as a wink, question mark. I don't know.
That's the same actor. It's
Yeah.
Michael McDonald, yeah.
Big John.
Stewart from Mad TV.
Big John. See my super chat. How am I missing super chats? I'm fucking staring right at it. How great was Cameron's death? I loved. Also, another critique is the score was pretty non-existent in this movie.
We'll
I
get
don't
there.
quite agree. Yeah, I know. Was it these guys that said what ultimately will kill Michael was COVID? No, that was when I was on Rudy movie reviews, and me and Rudy were kind of riffing on the idea to change up Halloween Ends. We're like, oh great, he's gonna fucking die of COVID now. It's finally what's gonna take him out. I'll tell you what, man, this eye gouge is graphic as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You actually see the eyeballs come out.
Yeah, and then they over his fingers. Yeah.
Oh,
that's pretty brutal.
It's rough. It's
pretty good for
crazy.
an R rating, man.
Yeah. That was the moment where I was like, oh, that's what CP was talking about. Shit not making it through the MPAA.
It's not.
I know.
That's the impressive part.
Yeah.
Big John?
This is what cracks me up. They do this multiple times in the movie, too. I understand he's upset, but he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just drop my weapons and get down on the ground. And then I'm going to stand here and get killed.
Hello? You're in my house. Or is this your house? Fuck, never mind.
I don't understand that.
Are you evil? Home. Are you supposed to die tonight? You just stand there. Evil buys a flight.
How much does it bother you that they're chasing this guy thinking that it's Michael? Do you go along with this, or does it frustrate you?
When I first saw it, I thought it was a unique twist. I know what they're saying, but when you end the movie the way you do, it kind of erases whatever message you were trying to put across here.
Here's my frustration with it. In this movie, they're telling you that it's not just Lori that's affected by this 40-year-old tragedy. It's the whole town. Mm-hmm. Everybody still remembers. Everybody still wears it like a fucking cross.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so tired of it that everybody has got this bloodlust because they're going to end this fucking guy because they've been holding on to this, call it a curse for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody knows what the fucking guy looks like.
Right. Like
when he got arrested in 78, his fucking face would have been everywhere. They don't just it drove me nuts.
Close the windows.
Yeah, that was sad. She has to find out that way. I mean, and I understand that they're doing the thing where they're following details. That's a guy that was actually shown in the beginning of 2018. All that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
If the other escaped mental patient looked anything close to Michael's stature, this entire problem with this whole 20-minute subplot goes away instantly.
Well, I mean, it's a nice little message about what mob mentality like.
But it's so on the nose. Did you really not know where they were going with it in seconds?
Yeah. But the problem is they erase it at the end.
Yeah.
If this were it, that'd be one thing. But then you do find the bad guy, and then it's okay.
Yeah.
What? Just wants his umbrella. He just wants his umbrella.
IDT, the more I watch it, the more it doesn't work. I'm with you. I thought it was a little dumb when I saw it in theaters, but I was like, okay, whatever. They're trying to have a message, and they could have done a little bit better. Then the second time that I watched it, I was like, no, this doesn't work at all. Now it's to the point where this whole part of the movie, I can go take a piss or something like that and come back later.
When I saw the cut I went home, I watched 2018, and I was like,
mm-hmm. Just in case you forgot, guys. Just in case. It was only an hour and 14 minutes
Remember
ago.
this from 40 minutes ago?
Yeah.
That's really good looking.
Them adding this makes sense to a degree, although I don't understand why he would stop Loomis.
Mm-hmm.
That's somebody's baby boy who just murdered 4 people and got your partner killed.
No, don't do it.
People keep saying Karen's death was a dream from Karen. Yeah,
Stop.
I'm going to be pissed if that's the way that it goes down.
No.
I'm going to watch it in like 20 minutes, and I know I'm going to be disappointed. Well, don't stick around for this then, because we're in the 3rd act here soon. Go watch it. Hope you enjoy it, for real. But don't ruin it for yourself. It needs to die. How the fuck she got up there unscathed? Why the fuck is my dog barking her ass off? Holly must have just got home or something. Yeah, that's a good joke. I need to put that in one of my videos. Cody, you know something about mob mentality after 2018. How cool is it seeing Loomis, and is this the best mask ever in the franchise? It's not my favorite. The burnt mask, no. But yeah, it was very cool seeing Loomis. They pulled it off well. Doug, so Michael Myers really is supernatural in this. He doesn't cough and just breathes in the fire and gets shot so many times. I mean,
he was hiding in the garage.
Yeah, the shit that he survives in this, it feels like their answer by the end of Ends is going to be that he is supernatural. They're not really doing the ghost-like thing that they did in 78 that I kind of miss, but certainly his invulnerability is on full fucking display in this movie.
See, this is nice for Karen's character. It's something to do.
Yeah. The idea on paper I like. It's more so the execution.
Yeah, fuck this. I can break windows. Look at me. I'm dressed like a fucking tiger.
How would Dexter get Michael on his table? I don't know, but I want to see that movie.
Lots of I-99.
Yeah.
Lots.
How beautiful is Andy Matichek? She's a pretty girl.
She got into the acting business.
Yeah. Don't you think they should have retconned 1978 that he killed more random people in between him stalking Lori? I think that would justify this whole he transcends message. I don't know, touchy subject. It's not quite enough for me either. For the level that they are overselling it like a son of a bitch in this movie, I need more. But for a lot of other people, it works just fine.
Okay, here we go.
Split.
This is cut. Although I'll give them credit, they showed a hell of a lot more than. So in the cut that I saw, they show like a side angle of his head,
God damn it.
and it looks like cherry pie just rolling out of his head. And they hold the shot for like 3 seconds. And it's like, all right, we get it. He's dead. He had brains.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was the one shot. You didn't tell me specifically what happened, but you were talking about when you first saw it, how there was gore that you would be shocked if it doesn't get caught, and all you said was brains.
Yeah. I mean, that's still pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was gnarly. His fucking arm was all half off and shit up here.
I'll take that. Fuck it. Hey, remember?
Was this chopped up the same way in your cut, where they keep
No.
revisiting the flashback, or it was all at once?
No, it was all. It was cut twice. Once
Was
in the
this
beginning and
scene
then
in
once
it?
towards the end. Yes.
It was? Okay.
But if I have one like super positive thing to say, what they did with the flashback, they really improved it.
Yeah.
Like, really improved it. No, he's after me.
Wait a minute. I just caught this. She said it wasn't him. Like, she thought that they killed or pushed him off or whatever the fuck. She saw that it wasn't him. She was sitting there screaming, it's not him.
Mm-hmm.
So she forgot that they were chasing the wrong fucking guy? Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
We're talking about Laura, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
That's
why would
weird.
she say? She knows. She
Yeah.
knows it's not him.
Just in case you forgot, guys. He stared out the window.
Ben Shapiro went to a window. Oh, that's a big fucking gaping hole, Cody. Shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna, after we're done, I'm gonna go back and be sure, because that's like almost like they
No,
did
I think she did. In the hallway, she said that's not
Yeah,
him.
because she was trying to get everybody to stop, and then she kicked the fucking doctor and then opened her shit back up.
Wow.
Brooke Lou, this doesn't come up sooner, right?
Well, it's a slasher, so.
Yeah. Can't have script. Did you know there was a petition going around to edit out the firefighter scene? I did. Those people can get fucked.
What?
You didn't know that?
No.
When they showed the trailer for the firefighter, there was a petition not to show violence against first responders. I mean, he's killed a slew of cops in the whole fucking franchise, but God forbid. No, that was dumb as fuck. Petitions,
Dogs,
people.
Okay. Cops.
Petitions don't work anymore. Do people not understand that? Tell me one petition, one online petition. I don't give a fuck if it has millions of signatures that has ever worked.
Crystal
Nobody
Pepsi.
cares. Sonic the Hedgehog. There, I give you. There's the one.
I fucked up. Somebody's dead. What do you want me to do? Yeah. Where does it end at that point? You can't have him kill janitors. Come on.
Yeah. Joshua Nelson, how would you guys feel about a Friday the 13th movie that takes place after part 6 and features Tom Matthews or Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis?
We have somebody you could ask about that.
Never Hike Alone.
CC that to Vince DeSanti?
Yes. I like this line. See, this is the one moment in the movie where somebody does something stupid that I kind of understand as a father. Him trying to like, okay, if somebody's gonna get fucked up, it's gonna be me.
And he knows he's fucked anyway. He's like,
Yeah.
just let me do this, huh? Another swig. Fuck it. Hey, listen, you were an accident before I leave.
Before I go inside, I just need to know one thing. Was it really cheese?
What do you put in that? Is it for chips or
Yeah.
what?
I do think it's kind of ridiculous though that like they literally are trying to like cover the town with different little watch parties. And when he figured out that he's heading home, why he didn't just call and be like, all right, everybody meet at the Myers house.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to do this alone. Fuck it. Gulp. Damn, Cody, I liked the movie till I saw your review and pointed out the negatives. By the way, they could have cut the whole penguin scene and I would have been fine with that. Well, I apologize if I ruined the movie for you. It's not my intention when I give my my thoughts, but nonetheless, I'm glad you at least respect the review. Love the flashback, but Hawkins is so bad at shooting I wanted to puke. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Also, the Loomis dialogue was weird. Tell me, did he kill again? I didn't mind it. I thought that the Loomis side was done very well.
Again.
Yeah, he lasted 3 seconds. And he stuffs his ass in the attic in record time. Did Annie's character death get any mention in this movie? Yeah, Brackett. Brackett talks about his daughter for a second. Tommy Doyle saying I fucked up is about as effective and comical as when Tommy Jarvis said it in Jason Lives.
I tried to destroy him, but I fucked up. Good old 28-year-old granddaughter. Well, oh, what'd the pumpkin do to you? Why would the Johns keep a jack-o'-lantern in their closet?
Timestamp is 127:50. I thought this was a really cool detail too.
Yeah, beat me to it. It's a nice little sweet touch.
Mm-hmm. Which again goes back to him kind of using his victims as art pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But he reversed them and then put the record on. I thought that was kind of neat touch.
Because he would know how to use a record player because those go way back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if he fucking knew how to set the fucking 4K
What the fuck is this
TV?
iPod? How do I do this shit? It'd be funny if they come in and he's like, fucking bullshit.
There's no power button. It's just plus menu.
There's only one side to this fucking thing. Here's the second time in the movie in the same fucking house where you walk up to a body and you drop your weapons. She doesn't even know these fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
Let's drop the shotgun and grab the knife. I'm telling you, man, like I know people think I'm being hard and people think I'm nitpicking with that. I cannot stand that stupid people trope in slashers if they do it the whole fucking movie.
This too, by the way.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you fucked a crime scene.
Yeah. If he was alive, he's not now. Love the content, Cody. I really liked Halloween Kills, but not as much as the 2018 film, and I loved hearing your opinions on it, even though I disagree. Awesome. Brooke said she wasn't that upset over her dad.
The record at tops would have been half an hour. Those aren't very long records.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Dad.
Hello there. Oh, shit.
I wish that they would have emerged him from the shadows.
Mm.
That's the one element that's missing from this Myers.
Yeah, there's no like peekaboo shit.
Yeah, he just jumps out, jump scare.
Mm-hmm.
Whole mob scene in the hospital left a bad taste in my mouth, like you said. If they casted a guy 6 foot, looks similar, it would have worked better. Other than that, I love Cage kills. Joshua Nelson says Judy Greer should have been Danielle Harris. Before 2018 came out, I was on the train saying Danielle needs to be quiet. Like you're not owed a role.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw 2018 and I said, oh my God, this should have been Danielle Harris. So I'm with you. I think that she would have done much, much, much better. And now this kid gets fucked up beyond belief.
It goes back to professional actor. Danielle Harris doesn't work nearly as much as Judy Greer. I'm not making defenses or anything. I'm just, oh, for fuck's sake, just fucking kill him.
Nick Cecil says, what happened to the shot of Michael sitting in Judith's chair? Was that, I guess, in your cut?
I don't remember that.
Brooke Lou, this reminds me of the Brady kill. Exactly. There's a lot of things. There's so many things in 2018 and this movie that is taken from other movies and redone that it frustrates me. Because if you're going to wash everything away and be like, we're going to do it right, guys, then why do you keep pulling from the cookie jar? I mean, they did it a lot in 2018. They did it with the ending.
Exist, but yeah, look at this.
Yeah, they set them on fire at the end, just like Halloween 2. You get to this movie, even more for Halloween 2 because it's in the hospital. And then you have Halloween 4, the third act, kind of being the whole movie with the mob. And then they accidentally kill a guy like they do in the bush.
That was
Halloween
quite
4.
similar to how the skeleton kid died.
Okay.
The twist.
Yeah, and Cameron and Allison are very much Brady and Rachel. She sees him with the other chick, gets pissed. He comes back at the end, tries to redeem himself, gets fucked up by Myers. Here's Karen. I'll stab him once, stomp him with her little tiny legs, and we're good. He's done.
Oh. American History X.
Right.
There you go.
I saved the day.
All right, so anyway, you want pizza?
Yeah. I loved it when they beat him up and said he was down, then he got back up. I was cheering in the theater. Yeah. Damn it.
Halloween candy's not going to last. Okay.
This is where it happened. Can you feel it? Can you feel it, Michael?
I thought you hated that story. Somebody needs to switch their panties.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is admittedly a nitpick for me. They do a really good job of hiding him in shadow during this, where he's got no mask. And then at the end, they show him from behind completely lit. Now, I know we already saw probably a little bit too much of him in Halloween 2018, but I could have done without this. I think they should have kept him in shadow the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a Myers thing.
Yeah, like I said, nitpick. I mean, in the theater, I didn't think anything of it besides like, I would have turned the lights off, but... Gotcha. Again. Slim Shady, CP, how would you feel if David Gordon Green and Dan McBride remade Jason Lives?
Skeptical. Nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't live in a neighborhood where everybody knows somebody else's name. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. And that bitch has got an iron. I did think that this was badass that they let him put his mask on and everything. He's like, all right, bitches, let's go.
I was like, who's next?
Will
Let's
Meister,
go.
that's definitely James Jude Courtney. It's not Nick Castle.
I was hoping
Nick Castle's scene was, well, first of all, it's confirmed Nick Castle's scene is completely cut from this theatrical cut. But that's definitely James Jude Courtney. That's his hairline and everything. Nick Castle's got long hair, if I'm not mistaken. Which I could be.
I'm not
No
very
headshots.
heavy on my Myers lore, but this feels Jason-y.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying at the end of this, it's all but confirming that he's immortal somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I wish they would have shot him or stabbed him or done something in the head.
Which also leads to a question: why is he just dormant for 40 years in a fucking mental institution, and suddenly he's a fucking badass?
Yeah, I don't know. Slim Shady, completely different actor, played Michael in the flashback. Yes, it was played by Aaron Armstrong in the flashback.
No, this is mine now.
And I'm gonna stab you right in the fucking shoulder. Take this, Michael. Gotcha again.
He winces like you just witnessed him get shot, fucking beat.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, with the knife? Too much.
That's too far.
The more he transcends.
Ugh.
I just love the look on Hawkins' face. He's just laying there like, can this bitch shut up, please? I've been hearing about the evil and 40 years ago and transcending and how important you are for fucking 4 hours, and my neck is killing me.
This fucking hospital. I'm all locked up with all these cables and shit.
He's sitting there just fucking clicking the morphine like, just fucking put me to sleep. I said it needs to die. I fucking agree. Now shut up.
Here, give me yours. This ain't working. Well,
how do you feel about how this sequence is edited?
How do you want it edited? It's disjointing. It's not different. I'll say that much for people who think that. I don't know where I read it. Somebody said that they changed this. This is what I saw. It's not different.
It's weird to me that
Yeah,
there's like
jarring.
20 of them all standing around and they're just letting one person at a time go try to fight him.
It's not so much the editing as it is the direction. Like,
Yeah.
Attack.
Mm-hmm. Neat detail. I like that they showed the kid.
Mm-hmm.
James Jude Courtney more ruthless than Rob Zombie's. Pretty close. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is pretty fucking ruthless.
I'd take James Jude Courtney.
Oh, I would take him.
I don't know
preference.
if I don't know if it's more ruthless, but I'd rather have him.
Mm-hmm. He feels something. He did wrap up his own hand with gauze. True. Evil dies tonight. It was a joke. Or 4 years from now.
Good night, Tommy.
Yep.
Thanks for showing up for the movie. And Han Solo tonight is played by Tommy Doyle.
CP, imagine a Friday movie with Jason coming up against Tommy from Goodfellas. Who would win?
Come on, Jason. Tommy loses in Casino.
Yeah.
Come on.
Tommy loses in Goodfellas.
Good point.
What's so fucking funny about me, Jason? Okay, now walk me through how this extends in the test screening.
All right, so
up to now, it's still the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Jamie Lee walks to a phone to call her.
Okay.
When she picks up the phone, she gets startled by Michael Myers. That was switched. So I don't know, they might be able to have it. She has a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Or it might have been dropped. I just know there's a phone on and Jamie Lee's on the other end listening to this.
Oh, okay.
And then Michael
picks
Myers picks up the phone, and Jamie Lee says, "Michael, I'm coming to get you." And then they show a shot of her holding the knife in her left hand.
It's in the trailer.
And
why would they cut that?
I don't know. I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense because even
It's
if
a
you're
hell of an
changing
ending.
things, it would have been much better.
Right.
Because I wouldn't have felt cold walking out of the theater. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Really? That's it? Like, at least that sets up the third movie. Like, okay, so they're just gonna fucking go nuts against each other in the third movie. Like, you can imply that, obviously, but why would they change that? Being that whatever changes you make to ends, it's no harder to bookend it with that ending.
Like, I wasn't nervous about ends. I was actually quite excited about ends. Like, yeah, all right, here we go. We're good with big showdown. But now that they've fucked things around and announced that it's a different time,
and later, and it's going to talk
What
about
are you
politics and COVID at some point, or I don't know to what degree. That might be an exaggeration or a misquote, but he did say it.
Like, what are you doing? What did it
why was it not? Why was it not all in one night if you've already 2/3 of the way there?
Yeah,
it just doesn't make any sense.
Why would 66% of the story take place one night, and then the last third is just fuck it? 4 years later, what, the town takes a break? They just say, all right, we got him for a little bit.
Clint Commander, they changed it because they decided there would be a 4-year time jump. Yeah, we understand that.
Yeah,
but
no,
my point
we get
is,
it, but do a better job of ending it then.
Well, I still don't see what it matters if she answers the phone and knows her daughter's dead, or if we find out at the beginning of ends that she knows her daughter's dead. Like, it doesn't. Yeah. It's not like something happens that kills that they need a retcon. She's still dead as fuck. All they did was take away the satisfying last couple seconds.
Yeah, she's still coming for him. What do you think? Laurie's looking like, oh, all right, well, it's been a while, so I guess I'll.
Thanks, Mike. A time jump. Yes, there's going to be a 4-year time jump. So Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills take place in 2018. And the original plan was Halloween Ends was going to be the third part, but also still be the same night. So the trilogy was all in one night. But since COVID, they had more time to think about it, and they decided that Ends is going to now jump forward to 2022. So when we see Ends, it's going to be modern time. And I don't know what the quote was taken from. I'd never read the article because it was so fucking dumb. I didn't care. But Jason Blum has said to some extent they're going to comment on the political climate and the effects of COVID in Halloween Ends. Something to that extent.
But why?
I don't know.
And again, like, you don't need to cut. You don't need to cut what you did.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
Gorgeous way to close it. Like, Mike, I'm coming for you. Like, it could be 10 years later. She's still coming. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I don't get. Like, if you had told me that it had ended completely different, like maybe Karen didn't die and it was something else, or they just ended with him on the ground, or they ended with him slaying everybody and then he slashes and it says Halloween Kills, like something where they wanted to retcon it and have Karen be alive, then that would make sense. But nothing is going to change with ending A, where we just blue balls you after she's killed and he's staring at his reflection, and ending B, where she's still fucking dead, but he answers the phone for the first time since 1978, and she says, "I'm coming for you, motherfucker."
And it's a gorgeous callback.
Like, yes!
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because I wish I'd filmed myself watching it, because when it happened, I was like, what did you do? Why did you change that? That was the best fucking part.
Yeah, I remember you talking, like, that was you mentioned the gore once, but you mentioned the way that they began and end these two movies as a nice, really visual through line, like 4 or 5 times in 2 years. Like, you really like that, and I was like, oh, I'm looking forward to that. And then they just cut it out of nowhere, and I was like,
they open with a hand on a knife, they close with a hand on a knife.
Because I sent you a voice message. This was at like 4 a.m, but I sent a voice message for you to wake up to it. I was like, CP, that was your second favorite? Like, that movie? What the fuck? I was like, he's fucking high. What is he talking about? And then you watched it and you were like, yeah, I just watched it on Peacock. What did they do?
Can you edit YouTube videos once they're up?
You can revisit them. You can never use that joke again, though, because you change your mind in a month.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't.
Oops.
Again, man. Like.
Is this Ghost for those of you who are watching
Yes,
still?
yes, it was Ghost.
That's Ghost?
Yes, it was Ghost. I like the movie. I can throw that on and have a decent time with it. It's not a movie that I would skip in a binge or anything like that. It's not anybody saying that this is the worst in the franchise. You're fucking wrong.
Get out of here. There's like 4 or 5 that are worse.
Yeah, like Halloween 5 is a shit movie that I never want to watch again. Halloween Resurrection is a shit movie that I never want to watch again. Rob Zombie's Halloween, 2/3 of it is a shit movie I never want to watch again.
Especially the beginning.
Halloween 6 still has more problems than this movie, and I can enjoy that one. So I like this movie, but man, now with 3 viewings, the things that I don't like, they just get worse. Like the dialogue moments where they just pause on Jamie Lee's face for her to say something like, I need to be the one to end the evil. And it's just like, you're overselling the fuck out of this. We know he's evil. We know you got a vendetta.
The one thing I'll say from what I saw, it was goofier, it was funnier. They cut back on the humor, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But never in 1,000 years did I think that they were gonna neuter it to that degree, and like they had it. They had it. I mean, even Emily said on the way home, she's like, short of music, that movie was done. That's a finished movie. And
did it not have the score when you watched it?
They had like a gap filler, which was just other John Carpenter shit, where it was like, stuff from 18, stuff from the original 78 score. So
that's gotta be strange.
Yeah, it was odd. Like some of it matched fine. Some of it was like, all right, I get it. I get what you're doing here. Mm-hmm. They just had like placeholder music, but it didn't really take you out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. I wish I could see that cut, and I'm curious how much better that cut would be for me.
Apparently,
it's like
we're getting
minutes.
It, aren't we? Isn't that what the Blu-ray
All it said was an alternate ending, so I don't know how much is actually getting extended on the movie, or if it's just going to be. Let me do that research now. Go ahead and talk.
Seriously, what if the Blu-ray is the cut that I saw, and then people see that and they say, why the fuck did you change
Zack
this?
Snyder, and they're like, what the fuck? This is the real one.
Release the Gordon Green cut.
All right.
Let's
see what we got here. David Gordon Green has been speaking to Collider about the latest entry when he teased the bonus footage that fans will get on the disc versions. Now, I don't know if that means it's going to be cut back into the movie or you have to go through menus to find it, because that stuff to me is worthless.
Yeah.
The cinematic version is the director's cut through and through, but there's an additional scene that we filmed that was scripted, and actually I think it's a pretty brilliant scene. So we're going to do an extended version on the DVD. It's Blu-ray, David. We're on 4K now.
Welcome to 2002.
Just so people can see an extended ending that's different and cool. We ended up lifting it when I became more confident of where we're going to pick up in the next movie. I felt it didn't feel authentic to where we are going to go.
Why would that change?
The only thing I can think of is that she's not going to have a vendetta against him. Like her daughter dying is going to make her want to go back into hiding or something like that. And maybe that doesn't make sense for her to walk out of the hospital with a vendetta, and then an ends picks up with her not doing that. That's the only possible thing that could even begin to make sense.
Yeah, bless you. You could still even close it where she's like Michael and cut it there.
Yeah.
And still have that Michael Myers on the phone, because like somebody brought it up in the chat. It's a nice callback to 78.
I think it was cool in its own right as watching a one-off movie, but knowing where we're going to pick up, which you'll know in a year, it wasn't the right look in the eye that we needed to give the audience. Essentially, what it looks like he's saying is that the alternate ending will be more of a direct setup for the sequel. You can read our thoughts on how this film sets up. So that's the only thing that I can think of, is that ending very directly tells you, okay, the third movie shit's going down. She's going to just go at him with everything that she has until they're both dead. which is basically what she was saying this entire fucking movie and the last one anyway.
Right.
And now he thinks that that's not a good note to leave on. Well, you've been telling us that for 4 hours at this point.
Yeah.
Why is that now confusing and not heading in the right direction? What the fuck do you have up your sleeve that doesn't work?
I think COVID fucked so much up. If they just released it in October of 2020, they would have kept that cut. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but I remember thinking, you know what? The ending's tight. I like that.
Yeah.
I remember thinking it was a little goofy. They fixed that. Then they went
you
too
told
far.
me this was a day after I saw the film. So this is after the next day after you've woken up and seen my reaction and everything. And I'm still like having a sleep hangover because I went to bed. I didn't go to bed, actually. I took a nap at like 9 a.m. That was it. But I was up all night. And then I remember you were talking about the ending, and I said that the ending was like blue balls. And you were like, oh, I really like the end. And I was like, well, they must have cut something or changed it. Like, what was your end? And you were like, oh, well, this happens. And I was like, what the fuck? That's so much better. I was like, son of a bitch.
I'm like, blue balls? Not really. Blue balls.
Yeah. And you're like, well, I'm watching it in 4 hours when it comes on Peacock. And I was like, dude, like, tell me the difference.
Yeah, I was giving you a play-by-play when I was watching.
The tone of your voice, when you could hear the Halloween music in the background of your voice message. And you're like, well, it's over.
They fucked it.
What happened? I acknowledge the faults, but something... I'm sorry, I'm zooming it out. But something about this film worked for me. Hopefully Halloween Ends works better for you. Would like to hear all the major differences between the test screening and final. That's what we're trying to go through. Yeah. Look, I hope Halloween Ends works better for me too. And look, Halloween Kills did make Halloween 2018 a little bit better for me. Right. Because we got a purpose for the boyfriend. We got Hawkins back. There was a lot of nice little through lines. So it raised... I would probably say it raised half a star, something like that for me in hindsight.
It's a nice double bill, regardless of how you feel about either. If you watch them both together, there's a bit of a gel to it.
Yes. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen in Ends. I'm not foolish and going to just say no, because I would have said the same thing about 2018 and been wrong. But my issues with Kills are much more with the dialogue and the writing of the actual story. Not so much things that are left hanging or felt pointless, like I thought in 2018, where I'm like, well, this fucking character existed just for this. And the boyfriend existed just to throw her phone in here just so she doesn't have a phone in the third act. That's a fucking waste. And then now they bring him, they give him a purpose. So I don't know I don't know if Ends is going to improve Kills for me, but I genuinely do hope that I walk out of Kills saying that was the best of the trilogy, or that was fucking awesome, or that was a great close, or something. Like, I know everybody here that has a brain in their head knows that I don't walk into any movie thinking like, I hope this shit sucks. I hope I waste my money, and I hope I'm mad when I walk out. Like, it's just, that's fucking ridiculous. And there's a certain group of people that would like to believe that I walk into this going, fucking Halloween fans, this movie's gonna suck and you're all gonna be mad. It's gonna be awesome. Fucking Chucky for life. And that's just, no. I'm a Halloween fan too. You know how much better? Like, when I walked out of Halloween Kills, I was silent until I got to the parking lot, because I was just like, fuck.
I mean,
go through this shit.
We acknowledge that there's people out there that like want to watch something to hate fuck it, but we're like,
or want to watch something and tell you how amazing it is so you'll like them.
Right. It's not about the experience so much as it is about like the community experience. That's not us. Like, we're watching movies to like, we enjoy movies. So
yeah,
that why the fuck would we watch a movie just to hate or love it? It's ruining yourself of an experience.
Yeah,
we're not like that, guys. Seriously.
Brooke said in my super chat I sent, which I must have missed, right at the end movie end, Michael should have said gotcha to Karen. John Smith, will there be a season of The Witch 2? They asked David Gordon Green about it, and he gave the typical producer answer, and he's like, oh, I don't know, maybe one day.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I don't think they'll ever redo that. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't... Cody, can you now forgive the plot twist, or it still hits you because they'll throw it away minutes later?
What plot twist?
What? Can you now forgive the plot twist, or it still hits you because they throw it away minutes later? Are you talking about Sartain? Because no, I still can't forgive Sartain. That entire thing was stupid as fuck. But I don't know what you mean. If you're talking about this movie, there's no plot twist in this movie.
It's funny how each movie trips so hard.
Huh?
Both 18 and Kills, they have this like major trip where it's just like, oh, why did you do that? Like,
yeah, it's like you're doing extra shit. Stop. Yeah, you have the Sartain thing in 2018. You have the second mental patient in this one, and both of them, I think, they equally fail. Sartain is a good idea on paper, but it's executed horribly when he's putting the mask on and dragging his body, make room for my patient, and sticks him in the back seat and all of that, and then tries to get him to say a word just to get his fucking head stomped. Like that's probably what he's referring to, where you go through all this effort to develop this character for a gotcha little plot twist just to stomp his head in a minute later. That was their way of getting Michael and Laurie together narratively while saying they're not brother and sister.
Yeah.
So basically, it's the same movie, but not. So no, I still think that it doesn't work at all. It has nothing to do that didn't improve at all. Sartain is still one of the worst parts of that movie.
Yeah.
The whole segment with the second mental patient, again, on paper, having a commentary on mob mentality, having them be so full with bloodlust that they accidentally force death on the wrong person, that is a good idea. But for me, they executed it bad. And really, all they had to do, like I said, is have the mental patient that looks similar build to Michael Myers, and my entire problem with that whole third of the movie goes away. It's just the fact that they're chasing around the fucking penguin for 20 minutes, and I'm like, no, how do you fucking know that's not Michael Myers? Like, it's so goddamn obvious. And they go so far out of their way. Like, again, if they have the line there on purpose to try to excuse themselves from it, where Sheriff Brackett's like, it's not him, Tommy. And Tommy's like, well, he's always wearing a mask. How do you know it's not him? How do you know it's not him? Like, that's the writer saying,
this guy's 4'6", you idiot.
Yeah, exactly. That's the script writer saying, see, it makes sense. I wrote in an excuse for myself. But why? You could have had anybody play that role, but you sacrificed what made sense so that you could say, remember him from the last movie for 2 seconds? Remember?
There's a couple of those. There's a couple of people that, like the nurse is in 18. Somebody else, I forgot who it was, but like it's Easter eggy shit. Like if you watch 18 and Kills together, you're gonna have a decent time, and you know, I don't know if that was ultimately their goal was to blend one movie. Have we seen it before in the slasher subgenre? No. It's a good job of connecting two stories. Yeah, sure. There's something to that, but somebody asked before what my score is after this. It's a 3.5 now.
Mm-hmm. It's about half a star you lost, something like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Tommy, you just seen he looks like on the news, unreal. See, that's the other thing, is they go as far as to put both of their faces on the news, and I pointed this out during the commentary. So they know specifically what mental patients have not been found dead on the ground enough to be able to put it on the news. Then they have their names right there too. They know, escaped Michael Myers and so-and-so. And they would have said that, but they just say 2 escaped mental patients, and here's 2 pictures with no context. And you look at those, and anybody with a brain in their skull is going to go, okay, that one's short, chunky, and doesn't look anything like, oh, that guy, that's fucking Michael right there. That's Michael.
When Laurie...
And he's got one fucking eye. I didn't even bring that up. They know he's missing a fucking eye because of what Laurie did, especially the 4 OG characters, and they chase after the dude with 2.
Wait, when Laurie and Karen are telling them all it's not him, was Tommy part of that crew that they were screaming at? Because they know Laurie knows.
He was chasing. He was ignoring them until they got to the stairs, and Karen's like, man, he's like, and it was like, it's too late now.
Too late. This guy's gonna fucking die. This tax accountant's fucked.
My bad. Yeah, exactly. Cody, do you wish they would have kept the brother and sister relationship and had the movie take place after Halloween 2? Nope, we already have that. It's called H2O. I was a big fan of them getting rid of the brother-sister angle because I've never liked that. I always liked Michael being motiveless. However, I was also equally disappointed in the fact that after announcing that, they announced that Jamie Lee Curtis was coming back as the focus of the story. Because then to me, it's like, well, what's the difference? And I'm still sitting here going, what's the difference?
You can't just shoehorn a motive now anyway. Like, what? What? At fucking 40 years, suddenly he's got a reason to do all this shit.
Exactly. Whole hospital sequence drove me insane. There's no open morgue to the public. Exactly.
What? Okay, you never had a drive-through morgue before?
Yeah, exactly. Is this yours? This one? Number 35. Okay, so initially during the trailers, I thought they were saying "We don't die tonight," which in my opinion sounds better. It's as if Haddonfield is directly challenging Michael and they're ready for him this time. Yeah, but it doesn't play as well on a poster.
Evil flies a kite.
Evil fries a bite. All right. That's going to be a meme as people different versions of that fucking phrase. Did you pick up on Myers is coming out of the closet in the gay couple's house? I don't know if that was intended or not.
Was he in the closet? I don't remember.
Yeah, in the closet. Whenever Cameron was walking towards him and he was like busts out and just goes at him instead of being in the shadows and slowly lighting him up like I wish they would have.
I didn't add that up. I'm sure somebody else noticed that who's not very happy about it.
Shit, every time I click one, the fucking thing jumps and I click the wrong one. The only thing that they can defend about showing them on the news is that they didn't specify who was who and they showed both patients. Well, they didn't even give names. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was written to be stupid. It was written as in, okay, well, we can't do this realistic because then we can't cheat later. And that was one of my biggest problems with the movie, with the script, is that they cheat the whole way to the finish. Like, you're supposed to believe in this movie, with a movie called Halloween Kills, where he's fucking up half of the town, that Michael is just such a bad motherfucker. He is so evil incarnate that you cannot stop him. Go ahead and rise up against me, Haddonfield. You ain't shit. But the problem is the way that they achieve that is by making the entire population of Haddonfield fucking moronic. And that takes away from what they're trying to achieve with the character, because you're looking at situation after situation after situation, literally every single one in here, except for the older couple at the beginning, to where these people are almost asking to die. Nobody's putting up a fight. Nobody's doing a kill shot. Nobody's doing anything that makes sense in that situation. Nobody's acting like a human being. It's just, all right, dummies, one by one, line up. And so you get the car thing. The chick with the gun leaves, comes back randomly. The car
scenes is a fucking joke.
Yeah. So, I mean, all the way through to the end, even Allison and Cameron, let's lay the shotgun down and pull the knife out of the guy because, that's better than a shotgun. And the whole thing at the end where you have the whole fucking town beating on him. And again, if you're going to basically establish that he's supernatural, which they did without doing that in this one with how much he survives, like, nobody goes for his head. Just like Thanos says, you should have gone for the head. Like, nobody hits him in the head. Nobody shoots him in the head. Nobody stabs him in the head. Everybody always
gets a knife in the upper shoulder area, and that's
right in the traps. Yeah. Everybody always gets him on the ground and then stops. Karen gets him on the ground and then stops. Let's not kill him now. Let's draw him out to the street because that's
somebody should have shown.
I can walk outside and potentially he could say, "Oh, really, bitch? You want to take my mask? Well, fuck your daughter." Like, he could have done that easily, but that's a better plan. And then
they should have shown them Inglourious Bastards when Eli Roth just fucking takes it to that dude's head and takes it until it's a fucking just jello.
Cherry pie. James Jude Courtney versus Derek Mears. Who's scarier?
Ooh,
yeah.
James Jude Courtney's playing a bit of an older character than Derek Mears is. Derek Mears is fucking menacing.
Yeah, I don't know if I can choose. They're two very different. Like, Michael Myers is more so of a fear-inducing character, where Jason is just like, you don't want me to kill you because I'm going to put you in 8 different pieces.
Derek Mears moved faster.
I would rather have James Jude Courtney chasing me. I'll say that.
Yeah.
With Michael, all I got to do is just stay, 10 feet away from him and I'm good. He ain't going to run. Brooke, they could have had Michael chasing Allison because he was after her. So he follows Frank, Sartain, and Allison to Laurie's grandmother's house. Yeah, see, that's the problem That's the problem with the writing that I have. The biggest tragedy of my issue with the writing in both 2018 and Kills is that most of my issues are very easy to fix. It's not like some huge integral thing. I mean, that right there. Take Sartain Twist out of there. He follows Allison. Boom. You went from A to B in a much more sensical way, and you don't fucking throw off your whole audience.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have Halloween 2018 or Halloween Kills. Don't cast Danny DeVito. Boom. Problem's gone. You know what I mean? It's just simple things where you're just like, oh, I mean, that's an easy fix. That takes a day. That takes a day between script writing and a punch up and a reshoot if you even get that far. But it's frustrating. Let me see here. We got any more? We're caught up. All right. Yeah.
Too much
I don't
time.
know.
Too much time.
What are your expectations for ends as far as story, as far as how you think they're going to end it?
I have no fucking clue.
What was it before?
Well, on what I originally thought the ending was it was going to be Laurie fucking going after Michael no matter where the fuck he was and going to, you know, whether or not she died was inconsequential. She was going to go end it. Mm-hmm. Whether it means her, you know, doing a Freddy versus Jason where they're both like fucking stabbing each other and fucking blood just all over the place. Mm-hmm. But now I don't know. The way they leave this off is like Karen's dead.
Yeah, the one character that most people hated from both movies.
Maybe we'll see you next time. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like it's so it could be anything this time.
Yeah, I don't know. Like again, if this was a world without COVID and we saw this last year, I thought it would have been obvious. But like, oh well, obviously she's going to chase him down. The town's probably still going to be looking for him, but now there's much less of them, and we're going to get some big conclusion somewhere to where they're going to go after each other, or she's going to go after him, and the granddaughter too, presumably. You know, that's obvious. They'll probably throw some weird subplot in there like they did 2 movies in a row, but that's pretty much the main thing. Now they're going to do this 4-year time jump, and they're talking about doing all these other different things. So I genuinely don't know either. I know what I want to see, but I don't know what I'm going to see, because I don't know like how the fuck he got back into his house when it was surrounded. I don't know either. And how he's going to get back out. Like, are they going to have him be arrested again once he's back home? Or is it going to be a 4-year time jump where he's back in an asylum and she breaks him out so that she can end it, or breaks into the fucking asylum? Or is he just going to disappear into the wind? You know, I got to go back to my house, so now I'm good. I'm just going to walk to fucking Maine. I don't know. All the details that they're given now about the changes that they're making throw me for a giant loop to where anybody's fucking guess where this thing's going now. Which is weird to feel after a second movie in a 3-part. Usually it's like a very clear direction. The last scene usually tells you this is where we're going. See you in 2 years.
Yeah. I would like to think I really hope it's not 4 years we're waiting. I would like to think that maybe
it's 4.
That's insane.
He said he's jumping to 2022. It's going to take place in October 2022 when we're watching it in October 2022.
Fucked. This will never happen in a slasher, but I would like the first act for the town to like just mourn everybody that's lost. And something triggers there. You know what? Fuck this. This ain't done. And something happens where they get reignited and want to get involved again. But you know, give them a second to realize what they've lost, who they've lost, and things like that, and let that drive their emotions.
They said it's going to be a more contained movie. I don't know if that meant quieter or less eventful. Like, this was definitely the explosion of the 3-part.
Okay.
And the next one's going to be smaller scale or more contained or something. I don't quite know how to interpret that. So I don't know if that means less carnage or Michael's going to be locked up, so there's going to be a big plot point about him getting out or what. I don't know. Broken Light Entertainment, I think Halloween Ends will end with the death of both Michael and Laurie and the evil passing to someone else, maybe Allison or someone. I would be pissed if they ripped Halloween 4 like that. It's definitely going to end with Michael and Laurie dying, even though it's already known, common knowledge in the fan base that the Akkads that own the rights to this character have a clause that you cannot kill Michael.
Yeah.
That's why they had resurrection. That's why the ending of H2O is the ending of H2O. If you decide to acknowledge resurrection, which I don't.
As long as this movie's making more than 15 million at the box office, they're not letting it die. 53 million over the weekend with Peacock playing as well. Yeah, they're planning way more than one more.
Oh yeah. Do you think that they're going to continue past ends on this timeline, or do you think they're going to have ends be a bookend and then start a new timeline somewhere? Or I guess you'd have to see ends to be able to say that.
Or would I like?
Both.
Do I think? No. What I would like is for other people who have been affected. I mean, because now you have what, fucking dozens of people who have been affected by Michael Myers, and they have the same fucking, it's all my fault. I fucking should have shut the door and locked it, and that's why Michael Myers killed my parents, and now I'm gonna go get him. And then it becomes their story for a movie. Like, you could do that now that the whole fucking town's involved. Just have it be different stories every now and again. You know, just let Laurie go away. Just let her go away.
Mm-hmm.
You could have other people get their shit twisted with Michael Myers. You don't have to have Laurie Strode.
King Coacher says plot twist ends is just going to end Laurie's timeline.
I would be a 1,000,000% behind that, and that's kind of what I hope happens.
Why don't you think there would be a Season of the Witch 2? Well, the only way that Season of the Witch 2 would come is if this is so successful by the end that they do the Blumhouse thing and say, we're going to do 9 sequels until it sucks. And they're going to do every other year thing. So 1 year you're going to get a Michael Myers Halloween, and then the next year you're going to get like a Halloween anthology story. And they do that and bleed it fucking dry that way. The reason why I say that they won't do a Season of the Witch 2 is because Season of the Witch was not successful at all back in the day when Michael only had 2 fucking movies.
Right.
Damn sure not going to succeed when he's got 11, 12, however many he's got.
Well,
nobody wants to go see a Halloween movie that doesn't have Michael Myers. Now, I love Season of the Witch.
I agree. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's my second favorite. I think it's an awesome movie. I would love to see a follow-up to it. And I think that somewhat there's a way that they could do it where audiences would understand if they just don't title it Halloween Season of the Witch 2 or whatever the fuck. If they separate the Halloween title from it completely and just say Season of the Witch 2 or the next Season of the Witch or something, like horror fans will know, Halloween fans will know.
Dude,
and the general audience won't pick it up until they go and see what the first one was. But I just don't think that they have any reason to do that. I mean, they're going to make way more money focusing on Michael Myers.
Well, you've got stuff there too. Instead of TV, make it phones. Just make it cell phones that they need to tune in. It's all there. That'd be nice.
What if he dies and then a druid cult brings him back to life?
Do you have your tattoo ready?
Yeah. Papa Tim, so they do test screenings, receive universal praise, and then change the movie. Well, I don't know if they got universal praise or not.
They didn't.
They didn't. Okay. Gotta love Hollywood. Yeah. I don't know. Test screenings are weird because it's not all a bunch of CPs that go and watch it.
No.
It's CP and it's person that hates horror movies. And they didn't even tell you that it was Halloween Kills you were watching, did they? It was a secret screening.
No, it was horror movie. That's what we got. Universal horror movie. Okay. Or Blumhouse horror movie. And when you
I bet you shit a brick when fucking they said Halloween Kills about to play. And you were like,
yeah. They said, we're about to watch the new Halloween. And I looked at Emily like, it's on. Do not say any YouTube words, any review words.
Oh, you about killed me.
When we were online, I was looking around. I'm like, there's fucking senior citizens. There's
oh my God, that was funny.
It was the most diverse crowd you could think of. And as I'm sitting there right before the movie starts, I'm like, this is not a horror audience. This is a fucking free tickets to a movie. That's what that audience was. And it's like you're not gonna get the proper critique and notes from somebody who's just like, The news wasn't on yet, so I figured I'd watch this instead. I don't like too much
Way
blood.
too violent.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like. Yeah, I'm a Freddy fan, or not enough romance. So to give context to why I almost just choked to death, tell people a quick story about the origin of Yikes, because that's going to make more sense for the joke you just made.
So this is my second endeavor in a test screening, and same location, same everything. And so they had all this paperwork, and the paperwork said that, you can't discuss this ever. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And I made the mistake of saying, so what, is there an embargo on this? And the guy goes, what? And he pointed at me. I was like, is there an embargo so that, when the movie comes out that we're allowed to talk about it? He goes, are you with the press? And I was like, no. He's like, why do you know about that? I was like, oh, I cover movies on YouTube. He's like, you got to go. And I was like, what? I'm not with the press, no. And then I sent a tweet out to Blum, because I had an invitation. I had a personal invitation to my email address. And I tweeted at Jason Blum, and I said, thanks for inviting me to your special movie tonight, only to kick me out. And he replied, and he put, yikes. And that was it. And I was like, you cunt. What do you mean, yikes?
Yeah. So when CP said, when he found that it was Halloween, he turned to his wife and says, don't say any fucking YouTube words.
I'm like, just shut up.
Yeah.
We're just two fucking Long Islanders enjoying a movie.
As soon as they said Halloween, CP saw dollar signs. He's like, so much content for the next 8 months. I remember you messaged us the next day, because you had messaged us and said, we're going to some screening, and we had made jokes about yikes. You're like, you're going to get kicked out again. Yeah. And then I woke up the next day, and all you sent was like the holy shit eyes emoji, and then a gif of Michael Myers. And we were like, no fucking way.
Yeah. I was
And then I was like, don't tell me anything, but tell me everything.
Yeah. I was shocked at how done it was. It was like, how the fuck? This looked like they could have released it the day after. It was so close to done.
Yeah.
And that's where this shirt came to be. This is the Blumhouse logo, and it says yikes. Another part from my store. I'm just a whore today. Yeah. Just a big whore.
Big fat whore. Oh, now I'm gonna get demonetized. But but yeah, so that must have been a trip. Like, I can't imagine how much that must have sucked. Like, I saw it on your face, and I saw how badly you were starting to keep the secrets towards the end, where it was just like camera knives. But for like 2 years, you were just like, fuck, I want to talk about this now.
Well, I did. Like, what pissed me off was they had these, like, these what if videos where, like, oh, here's a picture, what is this? And I was like, all right, if they're gonna play the game, fuck, I know what the truth is. And I played ball. I was like, well, what if it's this? What if it's that? I knew what the right answer was, but I'll play ball. I'll do the stupid thing. And I got an email saying, hey, you got to take that video down. You signed an NDA. You can't do that. And I was like, but the fuck? You're gonna.
I said nothing.
You're gonna cost. I didn't say this happens. I said, what if? Yeah. I didn't
so all of the lead up content, all the speculation videos and everything that you would have been able to do, you kind of got fucked out of.
Yeah. So
and then you were like, fuck it. So as soon as the film festival shit dropped, you were like,
oh yeah,
submit.
Yeah, once it premiered for critics, I was like, all right, here you go.
Tell me I can't talk. Seeing this 7? All right, 8:30, going live.
7:01 premiere.
Yeah. Oh man, that's insane. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird thing.
The funny thing is, the first movie that I got kicked out of hasn't come out yet.
Yeah,
that's the fucking stupid thing. Sweetheart.
Yeah, I remember the movie that's apparently so dog shit they can't release it. You're not allowed to say anything about. But the movie that's literally their flagship movie over the next 2 years.
Yeah,
come on in.
the thing that so the top line for Halloween was Blumhouse horror. The top line for the thing that never came out was feminist horror. And I was like, oh, if you made The Craft and Black Christmas
Black Christmas.
2019 and you couldn't release this, yikes. Yikes, brother.
Cody, pitch a non-Laurie Strode centered Michael Myers movie. Go. All right. So Michael Myers goes back to his house. There's a bunch of 20-somethings setting up this online live show. You can call it something corny like Dangertainment. Get a rapper to come in as the flagship of that. There's a party that's watching the live stream and knows that Michael Myers is real the whole time, but everybody else thinks that he's fake because Dangertainment thinks that they're putting a regular I'm just kidding. SBC Bird. Hey, gents. Hope you're all well. If you could come up with the concept of a Halloween video game, how would you go about it? Keep up the grind. I mean, I think the only horror movie video game that you can make that even makes sense is like the Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th, which is basically the same thing. You can't do a narrative
with killers.
Yeah, you can't do a narrative type of game with that concept, I think. So I don't think you could do one.
It'd be
now,
neat,
I don't
like,
know. Go ahead.
You would have to do some like you can't do it without spoiling it, but I'd like to do some sort of thing where it's like Last of Us, where you're on a mission or something like that, but like halfway through there's a killer chasing you.
Yeah.
And you've got to do whatever you can. Like you got to do your missions to get through the map. Also, there's this dude fucking chasing you that you just can't kill.
Yeah.
That would be neat, but I don't think they'll ever do something like that.
No, they don't have very good history with movie-related titles unless you're Marvel.
Yeah.
So, one thing that's weird, man, it like pairing your experience, or kind of mirroring your experience with the test screening. It seems like they were really loose with this one, or they wanted test screenings. They let people see it really fucking early and extremely early after COVID, because you saw it for 2 years before everybody else did almost.
You have to remember February 2020, it was coming out in October.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. But like even then, that's a long time for a huge movie like this.
And it was done. It was done.
Yeah. So you have that they were obviously being very confident and loose with it. And then you have my situation to where I've only really started diving into the screener experience over the past 8 or 9 months, really, since COVID took everything away, because that was the only way that they were able to really get people to watch shit. Was like, all right, here's a digital code, watch it and do your review. And now people are starting to get away from that. But man, I had to do some serious legwork to get this screener access, to like more than I've ever had to do. Like
Universal's a pain in the ass, dude.
I had to contact my contact at the marketing firm that does a lot of my screeners, the one that always they always send me Disney stuff. Every Disney movie I get an invite to. Everybody else I have to fight for. So
I'm pretty good with Warner. Otherwise, I'm kind of fucked.
Like a month ahead, I started asking questions about like, hey, are we going to be getting a screener code for this? Or is it just going to be in person? Is it just going to be in Atlanta? Because pretty much all the invites for the in-person shit is Atlanta. And I can't think of a movie that I would drive 4 hours to watch and then rush 4 hours home to do a review. If any of them was it, this was it. I don't even think a new Nightmare on Elm Street would get me to do that. Unless it was like a week or two ahead. Like this was only 2 days. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to see it tomorrow. So I got a hold of the person and was going back and forth, and they're like, yeah, they're talking about doing a digital screener. I'll let you know. And then finally they said, yes, like they're going to do a screener, but they're being very selective about it. You have to put in an application for it. And I'm like, the fuck? Like an application? If you have my email, that's usually the only application you need. I'm
your
verified
social security
press.
number.
Yes. So I had to put my name, my info, my address, my phone number, and all of my links and my planned coverage and the date that I'm planning on uploading the coverage, everything, and send it to Universal to get this screener. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, if they're being this selective about it, unless they just know that I'm a somewhat big name on the YouTube horror side, there's no fucking way I'm getting this. I expected not to get it. I was hoping, but I was expecting, no, it's not going to happen. And then I finally got the email, and they're like, all right, you gained access to the screener, and you're going to get the code at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. And I was like, fuck yeah, bitch. So the exact same time that the in-person screenings were happening in Atlanta and New York and all the big cities, I was me and everybody who got access to it was going to be click and play on a link. And I've never had a link say like, you're going to get it at this time and you only have so much time to watch it. Usually it's like, here's your link. And then that's it. So I was on a time limit too. And I'm like, man, they really don't want this getting out, or they don't want it pirated, or something's going on.
At least you would have had notes. They took everything from us. They took our phones. They took anything that we could have wrote with. They fucked
I'm
us.
sure. So Tuesday finally comes, like, and I'm getting so excited at this point. I'm like, man, it's almost time. And I'm excited that I get to watch it ahead of time. I'm excited that I get to watch Halloween. I'm a little aggravated that I have to watch it for the first time at home, but small price to pay. So I'm fucking on cloud 9. And I was sitting here doing prep work for something. And I looked down at my phone and I had an email, and I opened it up and it said, hey, sorry, but all the screeners are going to be pushed to Friday at midnight.
Ugh.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked, and as soon as I got that message, I got a message from Mike at Wham, and he's like, did your shit just get canceled out of nowhere? And I was like, I said, technically delayed, but yeah. And so I emailed the guy back, and I'm like, so you're giving me the screener after it's available to the public? And it took 2 days for him to get back to me. He goes, yeah, sorry, we found out last minute. And I was like, what a fucking shit show. Like, okay, so I could literally see the movie twice opening night, come home and click play on Peacock before you're going to give me the fucking screener. Like, that's asinine. And I was so upset and so pissed, but I'm just like, yeah, they finally sent me the email and I screenshotted it, and I was like, yeah, thanks, Universal. It just, I don't know what the point of that was. Like, they didn't want anybody to see this movie.
Best of luck using any of their clips too, by the way. Fuckers.
Oh yeah, I kept my shit down. Like Universal, I've always done that. I keep it no more than like 8 seconds a clip.
Assholes. Fucking
yeah,
assholes.
They're rough. Universal is definitely the worst. Definitely the worst. You never win any copyright claims with them, and they will flag every fucking thing. So yeah, I was very careful with how much I used from them. I wanted to use a lot more. Universal's rough. WB's not too bad anymore.
No, Disney's like a wide open fuck.
Yeah, Disney's amazing. They're like, fucking, you want to put the whole movie on there while you're reviewing? Cool, go ahead. We're behind you.
Just put the toy link in the description.
Especially for music, like Universal Music Group. If it's anything underneath their music umbrella, dude, you can play a fucking note from the piano. Bing! Our money, fuck you.
You could hum it. No, that's ours. What?
They will flag you for doing cover versions.
Yeah. Didn't Steve Ray got get clipped for that? Yeah,
possibly. But yeah, they will get you. You can dispute it and say it's a cover version, but that's amazing. Like, you can play it entirely in your own tone, at your own tempo, with your own voice, and they're like, "Fuck you, that's ours."
Insanity.
Absolutely insanity. All right. Well, we've been going for 2.5 hours.
God damn.
I need to go. I know, if time flew, dude. So I'm going to go downstairs and mingle with the wife and kids. Provided that Brian doesn't have issues, we will be back tomorrow with Autop Stream, and we're all going to talk Halloween Kills spoilers. All three of us had pretty different takes. I think I'm the most critical of the three. Brian seemed to enjoy it quite a bit. I don't know if he's watched it a second time or not. And CP is kind of falling somewhere in the middle.
I'm all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember what I remember, damn it, and it was way better the first time.
Yeah. So, provided that we don't have any issues tomorrow with Brian's schedule, we'll be back hopefully around the same time, around 5 p.m. Ideally tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, like, I'm going to do a Chucky edited review when the episode drops tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, provided that CP is available, which I'm sure he will be, we'll be talking about Chucky. And I'm also going to have a special guest on Wednesday, which as long as I'm not going to announce it just to make sure that he actually is going to show up, but it should be pretty cool. So we're going to be talking Chucky and on Wednesday, and Michael Myers again tomorrow. So everybody hit the subscribe button if you're watching me for the first time, so you don't miss any of that stuff. Now,
get your pitchforks ready, because I better like it this time.
Yeah, exactly. CP, anything coming up on the channel? Any Halloween whoring or anything like that?
I've dumped. I have a couple of things on my store, which I dumped in the chat. Here, I'll do it again. Here, this is from me. There's a couple of Halloween related shirts in there. I'm balls deep in 31 on 31. I do have a couple of other Halloween Kills content, including the review. But until the 31st, I'm in the factory getting 31 and 31 done.
Cool. That's just around the corner too, guys. So we only got 2 weeks until 31 on 31.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Get ready for a surprise.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So this was fun. Look forward to more. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. If not, you'll find out as soon as I do. See you next time.
Doodle.
Evil dies tonight.